Hi everybody, it is time for me to go through my May goals, get them situated, and then get my June goals also situated for the month of June. Obviously, 2023. My kidney brain is extreme today. If you've watched any of my recent videos on overwhelm, on being behind on everything, on wanting to do a video on my toxic planner habits, you'll know that May was not my best month when it came to checking in with my planner. I got a lot of them filled out, but even getting, what a week. Like, did I get my weekly actions done? No. And I'm going to hopefully get them done this week and get my monthly reflections done, but I'm not there yet. The point being is that I neglected the shit out of my planner this month, and I felt it. So this next month, I think I might have figured it out. I'm going to be bringing this upstairs with me. I also have been tweaking my work life a little bit to make it a little easier to get some stuff done. July is going to be all about June. What fucking month, man? June, I think, is going to be all about easing into the summer, enjoying being outside. Hopefully, if it's not super smoky from Canadian wildfires, and if you have been impacted by them, holy shit. If it's this smoky in Colorado, I can't imagine what it's like in Canada. Jess and I have both decided that in June we are going to, start to incorporate some more back into our lives now that dialysis is beginning to become a habit, a ritual, if you will, a routine that we are more comfortable with. We're starting to get there. So I'm hoping that we can use the summer as a time to really just infuse some more joy and outside time into our lives. So hopefully my goals will reflect that. But in the meantime, let's talk about May goals. So personal, working on my evening ritual. I have not totally firmed one up, but I think I'm starting to get to a good place. Tonight, actually, I am going to give myself a pedicure, and if I can make that a ritual as well, that could be lovely. But I feel good. I don't need to carry this over except to keep going at it. Although, as we get to the spiritual and personal growth, I did not get every piece of it nailed away. So, yeah. And then plant care has been going well. The makselife stuff, as I just said, has not been going well. So I'm going to try and make that more of a focus this next month. For fun and recreation, it was to keep on keeping on. I crossed out the plant sale because the morning of I wasn't feeling very good, but I wound up getting everything I needed from my local nursery, so I'm fine with that. We did go see Les Mis. It was awesome. Took Sunday off, and I still have not finished my 2 days off weekly this week, but I'm feeling good about it. As for work and learning, continuing taking the course I'm on, I'm moving right along with that, so no real problems here, but HB90 took the same hit that makselife did. All of the goal setting stuff just kind of got ignored, and I just have been neglecting the shit out of everything and just barely hanging on by a thread. So we'll look at that as we move into the next month. For family and relationships, finishing scheduling summer. So Jess and I actually have had both of our date nights. The two, I've not gone out with friends or with Sunny and RJ. However, I've been feeling kind of crappy all month, so there hasn't been a lot of good opportunities for that. We'll see if we wrap up with that, but if not, I'm not worried about it. I made calls to my sister, one of my sisters at least, twice this month so far. Missed last week, but hopefully this week we'll get them in. As for the kids' tickets, I'm actually scheduling their plane tickets tomorrow. I've just been watching plane prices, and I think tomorrow will be a good day to schedule. And I think I'll get today's 10-year rooms reserved today. I just need to wait for Jesse to come home from the office so that we can chat about it a little bit more. But I think I know what we want to do. So feeling okay. It doesn't look like I got a lot done here, but I'm feeling good about it. As for health and wellness, for going outside, yeah, that's been going well. For 6K steps per day, I haven't actually been doing a great job tracking that. So definitely in June, we're going to carry that back over, and I'm going to use my calendar to write it down. Today, I'm actually not even tracking my steps because I unplugged my charger last night. No, okay, so this is going to sound really ridiculous, but here we go. I was feeling crappy. I wanted to play Ocarina of Time on my Switch because you can do that if you have the Nintendo 64 mod, whatever it is, emulator on there. And I was going to lay in bed and play the Water Temple because I'm a masochist. But my Switch was about to die, so I looked to go plug it in, and there were only 2 plugs next to my bed because I don't usually plug it in there. One is my lamp. The other is my bed because I have an adjustable bed, like one that you can raise the foot and the whatever. So I unplugged the bed, plugged my Switch in, and then went about my merry way. Put my phone on the charger, put my watch on the charger last night, went to sleep, And then woke up and I wore my watch, didn't even look at it until I looked and it said it was only at 1% battery. And I was like, what the fuck? So I came home, put it back on the charger to wait for it to charge. Went back up there, now it was completely dead. And I was like, what did I do? Then I remembered that the bed is what I have plugged into the wall, but it has a USB outlet in it, which is what I have my charger plugged into. So when I unplugged my bed, I also unplugged my charger. So thanks to my Nintendo Switch, my watch was dead today. That was a story you probably didn't need to hear. Regardless, I have no idea what my step count is for today because it is the afternoon and I still haven't worn, it's only tracked some of my steps this morning. So, but I did go shopping and do a couple of other errands. So I'm 99% sure I'd hit 6K steps today. Regardless, I'm going to carry that over. Peloton, I have not been on, and actually I was getting ready to, but then the recall came through, and my bike is one of the bikes in the recall, so I'm waiting for the part. Although some people are saying that it's like a less than 1% chance, so go ahead and ride it. I'm just not sure yet. Although there is something I want to add for movement next month, and that is figuring out somewhere I can go swim once per week. So I'm going to just remember that for next month. Meal planning, though, has been going well. And I actually now have a new Google spreadsheet that I'm building out with both the meal plan and the food tracking with Sunny, with like a grocery list. If you are interested in that, I'm thinking of making it available for my patrons once I nail it down. So stay tuned. Anyway, spiritual and personal growth, gratitude and meditation. Have not even fucking tried. I told my therapist, I'm like, I'm sorry. And she's like, oh my God, don't be sad. Just give it a try. So working on it, going to carry that over. And then for financial, the no buy, I haven't checked it off because I'm not done with the month, but it has been going great. Jess and I have been starting to talk about our budget, and I'm going to try and hammer it out the rest of the way this week. And then starting food and money tracking with Sunny. We've just begun doing that. So doing okay. And then exterior shit. I planted my green stock. Not only did we schedule our tree trim, we got it done. Fun story. So we have been getting bids to have someone come and trim some of our trees. There's a couple of them that not only hung over our house, but hung over our neighbor's house. And we've had some really windy days. So we've been and there was one branch that fell off in the winter that did not hit our house, but came within like a foot. So we've been kind of edgy about getting our trees trimmed. We've been getting bids, haven't been happy with one yet. Well, we were doing dialysis the other day, and we heard the noise of tree trimming going on. And then we had one of the guys come over to our house, because it was our next door neighbor, to let us know that they were trimming the trees that also kind of come over to our side of the house. And we were like, well, we also need our trees trimmed. If you have time today, can you give us a bid, like an estimate, when you're done? And they're like, sure. So they gave us the estimate. We liked it. And they were like, well, we have time now. You want us to do it? So not only did they do our tree, but then our other neighbor did the same thing. Was like, oh, well, can you come do my trees or at least give me an estimate? And they were able to, so they got 2 more houses business today. Fucking smart of them. And it was funny because with all 3 houses, the trees all shared sides with each other. So we all wrote checks or paid them for ours, but then paid each other back for different. It wound up shaking out the same. But regardless, that's done. Feels so much better because then we had some major storms, and I'm just so glad that the trees were trimmed before that. I have not gotten bids on paint yet, although we're going to talk to our regular contractor because all we need done is some dry rot replaced from some of the siding on the house and then the paint touched up in those spots. We don't need to repaint the whole house, just some certain areas. Jesse thinks the contractor who does other work for us might just be able to do that. So he's going to talk to him first before I start getting bids from anybody else. The backyard lawn has been seeded. It's starting to come through. It's not going to look great, but it's going to look like something. All the rain really helped it out. And then the HVAC service is done. So the only thing on my list is to finish the dining room. I don't think I'm going to get to that this weekend, so it's going to get punted over to next month, I think. So that's May goals. Kind of blew through them, but I'm feeling pretty good. Let's head over to June. First and foremost, before I actually go into my personal goals, I do want to mention that I had the thought while I was doing this that I am not going to highlight what my habits are going to be until I finish my goals out, because sometimes I have more than I want for the habit tracker, so I have to kind of prioritize. And I already know, looking at my personal, that there are 4 things I might want to put on my habit tracker. So I just think I want to wait until I'm done to really decide which ones are going to be prioritized on the habit tracker. Anyway, my personal focus is to hammer home my routine. So I've got AM routine, PM routine, my makselife daily routine, and then weekly and monthly check-ins, which could also be one of my routines on my habit tracker, and a monthly pedicure. For fun and recreation, my focus is to get out of the house because we're starting the summer off. So 2 days off per week and Sundays off are the two that have been going, or the Sunday, not Sunday, Sundays off, one Sunday off per month. Those are the two that have been kind of a yearly thing. And then I have several things on here that I want to incorporate. One is going to the farmer's market at least once in June, hopefully more than that. There's a thrift con, which is here once or twice a month, and Sunny and I really want to go to that. Jess and I are going to a cake concert at the end of the month for the band Cake, which I love. And then we also came across a post on the Denver subreddit, which has all sorts of shit to do for free in the summer. And there are live concerts damn near every single week. So to go to one of those besides the cake concert would be awesome. For work and learning, my focus is to finish the course I'm on, which I have listed out here, and then HB90 weekly, monthly, and doing the boot camp in June, which will be, I believe, the week of the 19th? Question mark? I just got that email. If you're interested in that, I'll leave linked down below my my review of it. If you're curious about it, it's my work goal setting system. Yeah, June, I just looked at the emails. June 18th is when it starts. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, I'll leave the information down below. My focus for family and relationships is to enjoy the summer. And it's my kid has a trip, so I've just got that on there for them to do their trip. And then I want to plan some activities for when my sister and brother-in-law are in town in August and when my mother-in-law is in town in July. I want to call my sisters once a week, and I want to go on date nights with Jesse, Sunny, RJ, and my friends. So that's a lot of the same. Health and wellness, I put move more because that's what I want. The ones that got repeated, Peloton meal plan, 6K steps daily, and go outside daily. The ones I added were find a swimming hole, which actually will likely be one of our parks and rec places. Take our kayak out at least once onto the reservoir, and we want to start reincorporating Layla walks because Jess and I both need the outside time. We haven't been taking her for walks on daycare days because she hasn't really needed it, but we need it. So, and I think she could use the leash training. So that's something we want to get doing. So my spiritual and personal growth focus is to fucking just do this already, and it's the same from last month. Meditate 1 minute daily, gratitude, write one thing down daily. Fucking goddamn it, Cindy. My financial focus is to get budgeting underway. We've been making little steps this month. We're very close to it. My no buy is definitely on here. Finishing the budget and YNAB is the other piece of it. I might get that done this week. I'm not sure yet, but definitely a majority of it needs to get done. And then meeting template, Jess and I are going to have a monthly meeting where we sit down and talk about everything. And I am working on a little template so we have some structure to follow to help keep me on track because I get so stressed out when we talk about money. And then meet with Jesse and then continue to work on the food tracking with Sunny. My outdoor list is just getting longer and longer, but it's the summertime, so that makes sense, right? On it is the deck. We need to finish researching what we need to do to maintain it and then clean it, stain it potentially, and finish making it look nice with decor. The other backyard stuff, because our focus is the backyard cleanup. We have side yard. We have some stuff we need to get rid of in one of those dumpster bags. And it's all yard stuff. And then schedule the paint work on our house and getting the mulch refreshed in the backyard. And then on the inside, I've got dining room wall and finish my basement wall. So that is my goals for June. It's a lot, but I tend to get very energetic the first month of summer, especially right now when I am getting some more energy from not doing dialysis. Let's take a second here and figure out what habits I'm going to want to carry into my month. And I have 4 colors here because as I was doing this, I knew that the categories that would have them would be personal, health and wellness, spiritual and personal growth, and financial. All right. So no buy definitely needs to be on there because that is my ongoing thing. And I want to just have the tracking for that. I'm going to track 6 steps daily, but I think I'm going to track that on my calendar and just write them per day like I did back in April. I'm just going to do that. So maybe what I need to put on this is weekly/daily to-dos. Rather than whether I got 6K steps daily, just tracking it is what I want to do. So that I'm not going to make a habit. I do want to put my 2 routines in makselife for sure as habits because those are the ones I really want to hammer home. And I didn't have the makselife on my habit tracker this month and I barely fucking touched my planner. So that's probably a routine that needs to be on there. So that's 4. I have 3 left. I think I'll just go with Meditate in Gratitude and Walking Layla. I think will be the other one that I put on there. Because going outside, I would get a walk. And getting out of the house with Layla and Jesse is actually really high on our priority list. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, something that you are working on in the month of June. Is it summer where you are? Are you excited? Let me know in the comments below. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, friends, peace.